Hello, this is Tim from jlminiatures.com. This is the second entry for the Mini Wargaming's terrain contest. The first one that I did was the skull tower right here. I decided, since I really liked the huge Titan style scenery, that I would go ahead and make more of them. This right here is a life-size cast of a human hip bone, and what I did with that is I just turned around and used it as a hill, which you can actually go underneath it, give it color, everything else. It's really hard to see without the lighting, but I took and went way back in there, did all the rocks, and took and used the flak and stuff like that. You can also use this as, a hill. You can use it as cover by putting miniatures underneath it, that type of thing. I went through and used an arm bone, a rib bone, 3 rib bones here to make a type of forest, if you will, or impassable terrain. You can sit there and kind of lock them in between each other, that type of thing. I also did another one with a bone and with a lower jawbone. Gives you a little bit of a cover. As you can see, a couple teeth are missing right there. And then here's a ghoul. So it kind of gives you an idea. This one here I took and actually built a little bit higher, so you can actually get miniatures underneath it to where they look, pretty cool. So that was pretty much. This right here is a shoulder bone that I took and used. You can use that also as impassable terrain, or use it as a hill, or some type of like bunker almost, if you use like a Tyranid type style army. These I bought off of eBay. It's called a bag of bones, and if you buy a huge the huge bag, which consists of one human-sized skull and the rest of these parts here, they also have vertebrae in there that I'm saving for an actual another type of terrain piece. That's for a later date, but I will definitely be doing that. I believe it's going to be for the ogres or for chaos. I'm not quite sure yet, but there you go. There's 5 pieces of terrain, so this is like more or less for just a small table. It's just something that I wanted to take and finish up, to do with the tower and stuff like that. So it's basically almost like a side of a human body right there. And then you got the 4 ribs, you got an arm bone, you got lower jaw, you got the upper skull itself, you got a hip bone, you have shoulder blade. These are all on the pressed hard board, the brown board, and then they're also wood screwed and glued into place, and that way they're really sturdy. They're not going anywhere. They're very, very durable. I've sealed them. I took and sprayed them black, dry brushed them a dark gray, and then I went through, did a lighter gray on them, and then I went through and did the same thing with the rocks and stuff like that to give it the same kind of feel. And then went through and flocked them today using 2 different colors of flock. But there you go. That's the second entry right there. I appreciate you guys' comments. If you would, please leave more. I'd like to hear them. If you need help with anything, I'm more than willing to step out there and help somebody get started in this. Again, this is Tim at jlminiatures.com. This is for Mini Wargaming's, the terrain contest. Thank you very much.